Hello friends, this is Tara Love Perry and day 5 out of 15 of Birthing into the Light Body course. Now, today we're going into the heart center, and yesterday I was talking about the expression and the throat and sound and spelling and creating your reality by what you speak out into the world, and I asked you how you were spelling your own magic, what reality you were creating through the sounds, through your expression of yourself. And who are you expressing? Which part of yourself are you expressing? The truth of yourself or made up versions of yourself? And just let me know how you were going with that. Let me know what happened and what you felt, what you understood, what you learned. It's really interesting because here I am talking about a journey of spirit into body. These two seemingly opposing energies, these opposing forces of infinite and finite, masculine in nature, feminine in nature, giving in nature, opening and receiving, up and out in nature. These two completely opposing forces, and how they come together to create this incredible experience of being a human being. And I understand these energies, they meet in the heart. This is where both completely dissolve and have to completely dissolve, have to let go of their original, their original state, if you like. So spirit, when it moves into the heart center, has to merge with matter, has to merge with being, has to merge with this existence, this stuff through which we can experience by. It can't be felt unless there's something there to feel it. Does that make sense? So it has to completely let go of its original nature. And the same with the matter, with the body, with the feminine, with the earthliness of us, with our humanness. We have to let go of something. We have to be willing to surrender something to merge into that space and dissolve and allow ourselves to experience and be the very source from where this all began. Not masculine or feminine, not finite or infinite, but just absolute, the absolute place. And this is the heart center. And it's a place where to actually take one's awareness, I've been talking about inspiration, insight, vision, expression, identity, all of that stuff. And to take all of those things as we journey in and take that as a collective and then apply all of that to the heart. So be willing to see with open eyes really true love. Be willing to listen to the heart's true nature, to its calling, to what it needs, to what it's asking for, what it requires in order to be met, in order to enter into that space. There's just so much in there. I can't even begin to make a video about the heart in 5 or 10 minutes, but it's really interesting to express something which is unexpressible in a way, or it's expressible in an infinite number of ways, and there's so many human beings who've tried to do that, and here I am wanting to share something new around the heart and peace and union, and arrived on this beach. I wanted to do it by the sea, because the sea for me is a good representation of the heart, source, from where everything comes and to where everything returns. And found myself a peaceful spot, and then I just found that as soon as I found my peaceful spot and I was ready to just really go in and express something to you, then there was people arriving and just all this stuff happening and people being in my video and making too much noise, and it just, at first I was getting really like, I want my space to be in my heart. And then it just made me laugh, because it's not possible. This peace in this outer world is just, it's only possible when that peace is found within. It's only possible when we find that union within, when we find that deep surrender and dissolving within, then that this makes all of this enjoyable, makes all of this make sense, makes all of this possible to love and possible to fall in love with things and the world and everything else. And whilst I'm fighting or wrestling with what I'm experiencing out here in the world, it's impossible to drop in and really understand the true nature of my existence. I will miss it if I'm always looking on the outside for that peace, or on the outside for that connection, the outside for that union. It really is, perfection really is here. This union of my spirit and body is perfect. It's almost impossible, and yet it's been done. And this is the nature of the heart. Impossible. And yet it is. And so, again, coming from that journey of the divine masculine, of the spirit, see how it feels. Think about maybe your father and how he fell in love with your mother. And did he fall? Did he let go of his sense of ego? Did he let go of his, or not, I say that wrong actually, but what sense of self-identity did he have? Did he have a believed sense of himself, or a truthful isness of himself? What inspiration, what intention, what communication and expression did he bring to love, to that divine union relationship with your mother, to create you? This is really, I'm getting stung as well, it's so funny. And that might point to your relationship with your spirit, with the great spirit, with God. Our relationship with God and our Father are very much similar. I won't go into now, but they just are. And understanding your relationship with God and the great spirit that you are, and seeing if you can feel that absoluteness, that absolute love that life has for you. That life is actually creating you through absolute love. And see if you can feel that and notice that. Use your senses, use your breath. Use all the tools and turn them inside. And see how that feels. See how it feels to be on the human side, the nature of the feminine, to receive that love. Are you receiving unconditional love as it's being given to you on a daily, breath by breath basis, heartbeat by heartbeat basis? It both needs to happen. There's two sides of the heart. What is it that you can really love? What really is love? Maybe the biggest question of all time. And what does love require? So again, we go into much more detail about the heart. It's a beautiful, simple, yet complex thing, being a human being and having a heart, and being infinite and yet finite, all in the one space. Being able to connect with the source of your creation and yet seem very distant and far away from it. So we go much deeper into that, into the soul reading, channeling and energy course. And of course we do a lot of clearing with that as well, especially in the birthing into the light body course. There's a lot of energy gets stuck around the heart. So notice where you are in your space of absolute love with yourself, with your spirit and your body as the two merge and come together. Notice if you're really receiving, and anything that's in the way that really needs your attention, that maybe is a bit of grit in the way that's not allowing you to fully open and yield and surrender and receive. So I'm going to actually go and dive in this beautiful ocean now of my heart and the sea, inside and outside, loving everything. And I love you very much, actually, in truth. And I'll speak to you tomorrow for day 6 when we go into the solar plexus and the will. And that's really powerful. So have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow.